Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are excited to have here today Chrissandra Snider. She's the owner of her own company and does Reiki at A Handful of Health. That's a handfulofhealth.com. And we're excited to bring on our certified Usui Reiki Rhino practitioner. She's attuned at Reiki 3 and has been practicing since 2010. Chrissandra, welcome to the show. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am on a little vacation in the Texas Hill Country at a retreat called 13 Acre Retreat, and it's wonderful.
Oh, you sound so calm and peaceful and at ease, and this is the way we all should be, right? Connected to the earth and happy. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here and taking the time to meet with us still. Originally, you hail from Billings, Montana, correct?
So I'm actually originally from Seattle, Washington. I was born in Seattle, and I lived there for most of my life, and I moved to Billings only 4 years ago to be closer to my mom, because she moved to Montana.
Oh.
So I actually got my Reiki degrees in Seattle, well, Bellevue, but out of Seattle.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, we're excited that you're here. Would you mind just telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
So I'm a single mom, and my son's almost 17, so that's kind of interesting. And I've been practicing massage therapy, which is an energy healing technique for, Reiki I've been doing for like 15 years, and massage I've been doing for 13 years, I believe. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah. I love my horses. I'm into horses. I have a small farm, and I enjoy living in the country.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. And also you're trained in body work, right? And do massage therapy as well?
Correct. Yep. I've been doing massage since 2012.
Amazing. So. Well, for today, I know we're going to talk more about the healing art of Reiki and especially distance Reiki. So let's start off with the basics. Someone tuning in may not even understand what energy healing is and what Reiki is. And let's talk about that. And again, how we could do it anywhere around the world.
Yeah, so Reiki is an energy healing technique that is based out of Japan. It was founded by Mikao Usui, and he kind of found it. He went up to a mountain and fasted for 21 days, and in that 21 days of fasting on top of a certain I can't remember the name of the mountain, but a certain mountain, he was basically kind of hit with a beam of light, some say in their books, and he was given certain symbols. And these symbols were drawn out to him, and he attuned by Great Spirit himself. And so a Great Spirit attuned Mikao, and Mikao then walked back down the mountain, and he suddenly had the ability to heal by laying his hands. Wow. So this is where Reiki came from. Yeah, and there's a bunch of stories of all the healing that he did throughout the little village that he came from, because this was in the 1800s, I believe, the late 1800s when this happened. So that's where Reiki comes from. And then distant Reiki can be used as well. Distant Reiki travels through space and time. So either you can be with the Reiki practitioner laying on a massage table usually, and the practitioner can either beam you from a distance, so beaming Reiki from a distance to your body and your aura around your body, or they'll hover their hands above your body, which is about where your aura is. But I was taught to do hands-on Reiki. Mm-hmm. So I do hands-on Reiki a lot. And I've had some clients say to me, I've never had hands-on. That's so interesting. And so there's many different ways to do it. So you can do that. You can, Mikao Usui, there's one story where he beamed, there was a disaster in his village, and he was running around trying to save people, and he sat down and there was like a bunch of people around him, and he had one hand on one person, the other hand on another, a foot on one person, a foot on another, and then he beamed the fifth person with his eyes. Wow. And to help heal them, to keep them calm while this trauma situation was happening. So there's it doesn't always have to be through your hands, you know. Amazing. So that's one way of doing it. And then distant Reiki is a really wonderful way, and it's very powerful. And that's where the practitioner can be in one place and the recipient can be in another place. And so I could send Reiki from Montana to Texas, which I do quite often to one of my good friends who lives here. I could send it from Montana to Europe, So it travels through space and time, which is wonderful. And the way to do that is, again, the symbols. You're activated when you do your attunements, and then symbols, you learn certain symbols to usher in the universal energy to channel through. And there's a special symbol in order to send it at a distance through space and time.
Ooh.
So it's really powerful stuff, yeah.
Wow, and it's amazing. People say, well, how does it work? How could that be possible? How does energy travel? And it is possible. Seeing is believing.
I wish I could, yeah. It really is believing. It just travels through space and time. Now, with Reiki, it's important to know the person's name, where they're located, a picture of them, and their date of birth.
Okay.
That's what I ask for. That way I can visualize that person and ask the universal energy itself to send Reiki to that person, to that recipient.
Got it. Wow.
It's really, yeah. So,
could you share
different kinds of energy work. So.
Got it. And could you share some of the amazing, healing modalities of Reiki and some of your client stories?
So there's been different, I have had a lot of people come to me for physical pain and emotional pain. There was one client where she was having trouble getting pregnant, and once she started receiving massage, and I would do some Reiki with her massage as well, because you can intermix them together, she ended up getting pregnant. She was getting some medical help for it, but it wasn't sticking. They had tried so many times. This was their last chance, and it stuck, and she ended up having twins.
Oh, my
So that was a really wonderful thing. Yeah, I feel like that really helped her, just the body work, and she had never received massage and energy work before, and so I just think it helped, along with the acupuncture and other things she was doing, but I just think it helped. I had a vision that she was going to have a child, and it happened, so yeah, it's a really powerful thing. And then other people, one person has come to me for back pain, and it has really helped their back pain, and it helps their spirit feel lighter. You kind of feel lighter in your loafers, Mm-hmm. You feel kind of magical. It has really helped me. I've had a lot of trauma that I've worked through in my life, and it has really helped me emotionally. It helps you to stay calm. It helps you, if you're trying to meditate and you can't quite quiet your mind, you can activate the symbols, and use the intention that you would like to quiet your mind, because intention is very powerful with Reiki as well. You have to have the right, your intention is everything when you're doing that specific treatment.
I'm sure. Well, let's also point out, I know the work you do is powerful, and there's, the healing power of touch, which is you could do the Reiki in person as well, and the massage therapy, but does it differ at all being hands-on to being distant? Some people, just want to understand that concept.
Sure. So I think that varies between each individual. I've had some people say that they really enjoy the distant Reiki more than the hands-on Reiki, because they are in their own personal space. They're at home, and we all feel very comfortable in our own home. You can feel comfortable in your practitioner's office, but there's something about being in your own home. It's like when the massage therapist comes to your home and then they leave after your massage, and you're like, oh, I'm at home. I don't even have to go home, Mm-hmm. So some people really enjoy it. They feel like it's more powerful from a distance, and others prefer hands-on. So it really kind of varies the individual, but I believe that it's all the same feeling. I think more people have noticed that there's more warmth with hands-on because of the power of touch and the warmth that comes from the body through the hands, and the power of energy and how it'll heat up. So distant Reiki, I think it's more like a flow. They feel it kind of washing over their body.
I love it.
Well, it is. It's wonderful.
Well, let's do this. We got to take a quick commercial break. Would you mind just sharing all the ways we can contact you? We'll take that break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, so it's Chrissandra Snider, and I'm at ahandfulofhealth.com. My phone number is 406-690-5777. You can get all the information at ahandfulofhealth.com.
Perfect. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more. Please stay with us.
Get in zone.
Thank you.
AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help.
Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
If you are the new parent of a baby out of wedlock, you're probably freaking the heck out. We remember how stressful it was when we had unexpected children with people we did not want to marry. After spending tens of thousands on legal battles that dragged on for years, eventually we learned the hard way what works and what doesn't in the real world. I'm Jim Braz, co-author of the award-winning book, Baby Out of Wedlock. We help unmarried mothers and fathers get their questions answered, improve co-parenting relationships, and avoid nasty legal battles that cost a fortune. Go to babyoutofwedlock.com to learn more.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. Don't look back and wish that you had taken action. Call 833-8ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the mytuner-radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Well, welcome back to the show. We are ecstatic to have our handful of health joining us. Yes, she's here, Chrissandra Snider, and she joins us live today. She's enjoying a beautiful retreat right now. She's a passionate massage therapist, Usui Reiki practitioner, and so much more. Joining us today, we're talking more about the benefits and, of course, the difference of distant Reiki compared to hands-on Reiki. But the truth is, there really is no difference. It can still give you the same exact benefits, and we're excited to know that she's back with us. How's that retreat going?
Wonderful. There's hawks flying around the Texas Hill Country looking for their lunch, and it's quiet and peaceful. I highly recommend it. It's called 13 Acres Retreat, and they have a breathwork studio. They have a big deck where they do yoga. They have a pool. They have little individual cabins that are all decorated really fun and different, and it's just really fun. I recommend it for sure.
Beautiful. All right. Well, what else do you want to make sure our listeners are aware of when it comes to why they should be using you for their next Reiki healing?
So I think it's just important to use somebody who has a really good alignment to the universal energy and is a Reiki practitioner is a conduit, and the clearer you are, the better conduit you are. So it's very important to go to the right practitioner. So that's why I would say I practice it regularly, and I believe in it wholeheartedly. It saved my life because I was, headed kind of down a dark road in my late 20s and early 30s, and then I became a single mom and with not a lot of support trying to figure that out, and it got really tough, and Reiki, it saved me. It really did. It helped me become myself again and learn to be calm and use my breath work and just different. It helps emotionally, mentally, physically, all of the above, and spiritually. So I just feel like when you're going to someone, you want to go to someone who really has done their healing and who really is passionate about the work that they do. So that's why.
And clearly you are.
Thank you. And I care about my clients. I care about my clients. I have compassion for my clients, and I care about them. So I think that's really important.
And do you offer, what type of sessions? Are they hourly long sessions, longer? And
Yeah.
Is there different sessions, like packages you could purchase?
Yes. So I have packages that you can purchase, which you can find online at ahandfulofhealth.com. And then I do hourly rates. I do an hour and a half with like a 90-minute usually. An hour it would cover probably the front of your body, and then a 90-minute would cover the front and the back. Because our chakras, you run down the chakras usually, the main 7 chakras in the body, and then you can work, say, somebody has arthritis in their hands, so you would use Reiki on their hands as well. Not just the chakras, but somebody's got bad knees and they want some energy work on their knees, right? Mm-hmm. So the chakras not only come out of the front of us, but they come out of the back of us too. It's not a one-way system. So treating the back of the body is just as important as treating the front. So 90 minutes allows for more time. Kind of like in a massage. You can do an hour, but you're not going to have a lot of focus time on that shoulder that's bothering you, or you know what I mean, especially if you want a full body.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, and then packages as well. But I work with people too if they want for longer, or they just want to do 30 minutes to try it out, or things like that. So
beautiful. And if you go to the website again, ahandfulofhealth.com, you can also give the gift of wellness. You got the holidays coming up. Definitely you can offer someone a beautiful gift certificate as well. And if you're in your area, which of course, where are you based out of?
I'm based out of Billings right now.
Perfect. In Montana. She can, can get hands-on there as well. And
correct.
Has there, I'm going to say this, but cautionary, I've heard people say, and not to make claims, but for example, I know someone who swears, okay, this is what they say, that they were cured they had cancer in the rectum, and they said it dissipated from Reiki. I mean, I know you can't say it cures, it can help, but have you had situations like this where there's like really miracle, life-changing things? I mean, it's not for everyone, and it doesn't mean it's going to work, but like, I've heard that this energy healing has ousted cancer from people's body. I'll just say it that way.
Yes. Yeah. That is very true. It is, and it's not just Reiki. Like when I spoke on your last show about Hawaii Takata, who was a woman in I thought it was the 60s. She was actually in throughout the Great Depression, and her husband had died. I think he died, and she was raising 2 children on her own. And then she developed a cancer, I believe, and because she had asthma, she wasn't able to get anesthesia during that time, okay? So she figured out what she could do to heal herself because she thought, oh my gosh, these poor children are going to be left behind, And she ended up going to Japan, and Reiki was still underground in Japan. And she went to this underground place because it's woo-woo and wasn't accepted, right, to the medicine or the Western medicine, let's say. And so with Reiki, she had many healing treatments done and was able to shift her body energetically, but that's also shifting your lifestyle, shifting what you put in your body. She had a very strict diet of what she ate. So Reiki is very healing, but it also comes with other things with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but many people have. There's some amazing stories about it, and they're trying to prove it with science now. So, yeah.
Wow. This is fascinating.
I truly believe that when you are aligned with yourself and aligned with the universe, your body will feel magical. You will feel so good that you can't even describe it, but it's all the poisons in America. There's food we have here that's banned in Europe, so.
Really?
Yes. Ketchup, stuff like that, you won't find it in Europe.
You're kidding. My kids love ketchup. Whoa. I'm like, wait, I know ketchup is tomatoes and I know vinegar, but there must be some bad stuff in it that I'm not aware of.
Sugar and stuff, they don't, that kind of stuff is not the condiments, it's really interesting. We're a little different from the rest of the world, but there's so much stuff out there that we shouldn't eat, And you could make your own ketchup and then there's nothing in it, So that is what it's causing problems on our bodies, and people are getting cancer. And my friend and I were just talking about that, and but when we go to that other space where we're doing our work, and whether it's getting the energy healing and then learning what we need to change from that energy healing, it can be otherworldly and it can heal you. It really can. So.
Wow, I love hearing this. Thank you so much. It makes me feel so happy.
Yeah.
The first time I heard of Reiki, I don't know if I told you, but my mom was diagnosed with cancer 7 years ago. Unfortunately, she passed. She had a stage 4 small cell lung cancer. But when I went to the website on this big, Sloan Kettering, New York City hospital, I saw Reiki, energy healing. I'm like, what is this? We never had time to take advantage of it. But that was the first time I heard of it. And since then, I hear about it all the time. And I wish she had an opportunity to take advantage of that for the pain relief and but I've heard nothing but positive, things. So it's great to know someone that does this. And it's getting bigger. And
it's getting bigger, and it's in the hospitals now. Like you just said, the nurses are going and getting their attunements because they know this is very real. People think it's woo-woo, but it's not woo-woo. It's very real. So.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. Well, would you say to someone out there who may be a little skeptical, not sure what to do, what do they have to do? How do you prepare for a session?
You just happen to be open.
Okay.
You have to be open to experiencing it. You have to be open. Sometimes Reiki can be so subtle that you don't even know it's doing work in your body. And other times it can be so intense to where you're like, whoa, I really felt that.
Yeah.
So some people they may need to get a couple of treatments before they really start to feel it, because a lot of us are very blocked because we're in this what we do every day, get up, go to work, do our thing, come home, take care of the kids. We don't stop for ourselves and breathe and stop and literally smell the roses.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't. We're all running around, our heads are spinning. Of course we're not centered, and once you're centered, you're like, whoa, I felt that, So I was blocked for myself. I was blocked for a while, and I resisted Reiki, but I discovered that has to do with a past life thing. So that's another thing with distant Reiki is you can work with your past life issues if you believe in that. So.
Oh my gosh! So like past life regression, is that what you call this? Can you do that too?
Yeah, in a way. Yes, distant Reiki can do that. It can help with past life stuff. It has been known to do that as well. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we still have a few more minutes left in the show. What else did you want to make sure we touch upon for our listeners today?
I would say to make sure to slow down and be one with yourself, Sit on your deck and enjoy your view, or sit down and just be quiet for a minute. Turn the TV off. Turn the radio off and just be quiet with yourself and practice your breath work. Breath work is so important for our bodies. Breath work can help with anxiety. It can help with panic attacks. It can help with, we have to just really practice that. And I think that's really important for all of us to understand. And more people are doing it with yoga and everything else that is available to us,
Well, I love hearing that. Well, thank you so much. Let's remind everyone how we can reach out to you, please, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your retreat.
Thank you. I'm Chrissandra Snider, and I am at ahandfulofhealth.com, and my phone number is 406-690-5777. I offer energy healing Reiki, which is an energy healing technique, both hands-on and at a distance. And I also offer deep tissue massage therapy and relaxation massage therapy.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, looking forward to the next time we get to connect, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Same here. And to all of our listeners, please stay tuned. We'll have more coming up on the show right after the break, and enjoy that time. When do you get back to Montana?
I won't be back until the 24th. I'm going to the Grand Prix this weekend to see Sting and Eminem and the race cars.
Oh my gosh, good for you. Enjoy. Have a great
Thank
time.
you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye,
Thank you.
sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Chrissandra Snider, thank you. Bye-bye.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing. I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.